our good friend Ro Khanna, I don't know if you know. So this guy, we used to, for a while, thought he was real. And of course he's not. Him and his wife make lots of money off the military-industrial complex. He's not really a progressive. He's going along with funding Nazis in Ukraine, and he's calling anybody who challenges his funding of Nazis in Ukraine, he's calling them Russians. That's the kind of guy. That's the kind of character Ro Khanna has. He doesn't have any. He funded the largest upward transfer of wealth in human history, and then he hid behind the fact that we had to get people unemployment, and he knew that was bullshit, and he went along with it anyway. So again, like all the rest of the Democrats, he's just a Democrat, and right now Ro Khanna is serving the oligarchy and the establishment, and he's going along with them 100%. He's not standing up against them on anything. And especially nothing important. So he went on CNN and listen to what they're talking about Elon Musk owning Twitter, and listen to what he had to say. This is amazing.
Just like CNN doesn't have corporate owners making decisions of who can come on your news program, and just like the Washington Post isn't run by Jeff Bezos, we need to make sure that Twitter isn't run by the corporate owner, but has independent governance boards and principles.
So I don't know if he knows who's running the Washington Post, but it's Jeff Bezos, the richest guy in the fucking world. That's who's running that paper. Why do you think he bought that paper? So he wouldn't control it, or because he wanted to make the nickel a year he makes off that goddamn paper? Because
to know.
he's worth hundreds of billions of dollars, Jeff Bezos. He bought the paper for twice of what it's worth.
Yeah, right. Wait,
he wants that. That's his propaganda arm.
Well,
and so Ro Khanna is now pretending. Oh,
wait, then how come if it's his propaganda arm, the Washington Post does so many great stories about worker abuses at Amazon?
So we showed you how there was a guy who got reprimanded in the Washington Post for doing an article about just that thing.
Oh, wow.
And so Ro Khanna, he knows this from experience, that corporations don't run CNN. Why do you think they just demoted Don Lemon to the morning? You think that was done by somebody, by a viewer? Who do you think did that?
I think it was brought to me by Pfizer, and thank you, Pfizer.
That came from the new head of the network. The new head of the network. Who do you think fired Cuomo? The head of the network. Who do you think hires these people? You think they let an assistant producer pick the guys who are on camera? Are you crazy?
That is a great. I told you when he sent this to me. He's got amazing balls. I wouldn't even think of that strategy to say literally the exact opposite
of what the reality is.
As if you're an idiot to not think. I mean,
right.
This guy's good. I mean, he's not good, but
Ro Khanna, he may have courted San Francisco and Silicon Valley heavyweights, building up an impressive $1.2 million campaign war chest, but he doesn't say what those people want him to say.
Yeah. Thanks for the money. Now go on your way, sir. I got important Ro Khanna stuff to...
He doesn't say what his donors want him to say, except maybe, Kurt, maybe when he advocates for $1 trillion investment in expanding big tech, or maybe when he weaponizes the power of social media companies to censor and erase people, or maybe when he... smears journalists who are asking him about his funding Nazis in Ukraine. He smears them as working for Russia and being Russian puppets. Maybe that, I don't know. Ro Khanna is a likable guy with a low blink rate, which makes him the ideal actor for this job.
Yeah. What's your blink rate? And you put your hand out like, look at that. You can't be shaking like this. You got to be cool and steady. Yeah. You
want to hear his bullshit again? Because I do.
Yeah.
Here's what he pretends that corporations don't run not only our country, but the CNN and the Washington Post.
This time I'm going to look at the other guy while he says it, because I want to see this guy's... I'm going to look in this guy's eyes and see what the hell he thinks hearing this, because he works at CNN.
That's right. Let's look what he says.
Just like CNN doesn't have corporate owners making decisions of who can come on your news program, and just like the Washington Post isn't run by Jeff Bezos, we need to make sure that Twitter isn't run by the corporate owner, but has independent governance boards. And
like how Facebook isn't run by Zuckerberg, or how what the fuck are you talking about?
I can't tell them.
Or Instagram. That they own Instagram too. Same guy.
Just how they're safe and not a problem.
They're okay. That billionaire is fine. No problem. It's Elon Musk because he might let other people. By the way, he's not. Elon Musk is in bed with the military-industrial complex and the CIA, just like Jeff Bezos is. So believe me, that the censoring will continue.
They all know how to not get, CCP'd by America.
It's going to be interesting to see how Elon Musk retains censorship and still tries to look hip and for free speech. Because that's my prediction anyway. I hope I'm wrong. But
yeah, but I just go from a starting position if I don't believe any of you.
One more time.
Just like CNN doesn't have corporate owners making decisions of who can come on your news program, and just like the Washington Post isn't run by Jeff Bezos, we need to make sure that Twitter isn't run by the corporate owner, but has independent governance boards and principles.
Yeah, we got to have principles like the noble Washington Post. The people who smeared me.
Hey, do you think Taylor Lorenz would work at a place without principles?
Taylor Lorenz, the people the people at Washington Post who've been for every war ever and shamed people who questioned it.
Well, it's like you hate peace by being against war.
With their slogan, democracy dies in darkness. Turns out that was just about dialing down the blue light on your phone when ingesting propaganda. Switch to night mode, people. Do that and your eyes can rest, and democracy will do just fine. See, in Denver, Palm Springs, Austin, Texas, and Burbank, California after Thanksgiving. Plus, we're going to be doing a lot of shows in December in Studio City. Go to jimmydorcomedy.com for a link for all the tickets.